Hi, this is Neets. This is your Leo reading for the coming week. I've shuffled the cards already. This is my new channel, so if you would like to subscribe, you will get to know when the next readings are coming, and it will help the channel to grow, of course. I've been reading for a long time, but this is my new channel, so if you'd like to subscribe, it would help. This is for the coming week. Like I said, if you would like a personal reading, there is a link in the description, and you can have a 1, 2 or 3 question reading, varying in prices. I try to keep it affordable for people, and you will get a direct link and your questions will be answered. You'll get a personal video reading from myself. I do write electronic music with healing frequencies in, so I embed binaural beats or pure healing frequencies into the music to help you to manifest things, to help you to balance your chakras, to help you align yourself so that you can feel better and more balanced. Okay, so you can add the music to your normal playlist because it sounds like normal modern music. It's not like healing new age music. It's quite normal, so check it out, and it's free, absolutely free, no charge. You can subscribe to the music channel if you like, so that you get you can see the videos on there as well. And there's a healing vibe around the videos and the songs. Okay, so it's there. Leo, we've got 4 of Swords. I do feel at this time that you just want to kind of curl up somewhere safe, somewhere warm, and you want to just heal yourself and comfort yourself at this time at the moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. You look like you're curled up in a nest there. Just take time out for yourself at the moment if that's what you need to do. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, it's a time for rest. It's a time for recuperation, I feel, at the moment. Get your energy back, get your strength back. Take time out to look after yourself. That's absolutely fine. I think the Queen of Swords, some of you are feeling a little bit maybe detached, a bit maybe bitter even. It's like life's kind of knocked you down a bit, and there are things that you can't quite work out why things have happened, why people have been the way they have been, why certain events have occurred, and maybe you've started to feel a little bit, I don't know, maybe bitter's a bit harsh, but maybe, yeah, a bit bitter, a bit sort of why has this occurred? Maybe it's made you shut yourself off to emotions. Maybe you've started to feel a little bit cold inside rather than warm and generous, that, you know, the generous person you normally are. You know, I see this kind of coldness, this contemplative sides there as well. And it's making you think, what on earth next? What do I do next? How can I get back on track? Where do I go from here? That's the feeling I'm getting with this. Where do I go from here? What now? Because I honestly can't see what is coming next. That's the feeling I get. And the hidden element underneath all of that is the 10 of Cups, because what you don't see is that there is actually a nice person coming along that's going to make you feel very warm and loved. And I think that's what you can't see. Because it's the hidden element, it's in that position. So I want to say that there is that loveliness coming into your life. It's not quite just yet probably, but it is on its way. So don't give up hope and have faith, because it is on its way. And I think that's what you would like to feel like as well. I get the sense that you want that in your life, but it is coming and it's blessed. So just give it a little bit more time. Okay. I feel like your spirits are saying they want you to be a bit more childlike, a bit more, have a bit more fun in your life. If you can muster up the energy to have a bit more fun and be a bit childlike, and try not to take life quite as seriously in some ways. I know you have to at times, but it's kind of like try to just be a bit more, try to take things a little less seriously at times, if that's at all possible when it comes to that sort of thing. You know, just try to be a bit more light-hearted if you can. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. I do sense that the wheel has gone down a little, and the wheel is about to turn back up. It is going to go back upwards now, slowly, and you will soon feel that you're on top of that wheel again in time. I do feel it might take another sort of 3 or 4 months or so, but I do sense that it is going to turn back up. It has gone sort of downwards. The wheel goes up and down, as we know. It turns up and it has to go down again, and then it comes back up again. It's just the ever constant cycle of life, as we know, and it affects us all in the same way. It's up and down, and we just have to go with that flow. Unfortunately, it's not nice when it goes down. No. Okay. High Priestess, you're being asked to kind of, delve into your intuition a little. Your guides are trying to get you into certain places where you can meet this person. So I want to say, go with your intuition when it comes to socials, when it comes to going to certain events. They're trying to sort of lead you to certain things, to do certain things, to get involved in certain things. So if you're getting asked to go to certain places that are different to what you normally do or unusual, I'd say go along with it if you can. Go along with it if you can, because I feel that your guides are trying to get you involved in new things that you need to get involved in. So it's not your usual things that you'd normally do. It's not the usual things. I feel it's something new. And I think new things do need to be started. New adventures need to start. So that is coming. I do feel that's coming. And the Four of Wands says that you'll start to feel happy again. You will start to feel a little bit more like you've found your feet again, and you're enjoying life again. But it's, again, I do feel like it's 4 months or so before you get into that position. It's not quite there yet, and changes need to occur. There has been change, but I think your life path needs to change a little. You need to start going down new avenues. I sense that. I've been sensing that for quite a while, quite a few months. It's a weird feeling. I've had that for a while. But what else for Leo? What else for Leo? What's the soul truth card saying? Which they usually bring out some kind of secretive things. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So either somebody was a distraction from your pain, or you were a distraction from somebody's pain. So you'll have to take that as it resonates. It could be both. It could be actually both meanings, really. Maybe somebody else was a distraction from pain. Maybe people around you are a distraction from pain. Maybe you have to sort of face pain. Maybe you have to face things. Maybe you have to do a little bit less of distracting from pain. Maybe you have to face things head on a little. Maybe there's an element of that. I am afraid to contact you. So either you want to contact somebody or somebody wants to contact you, and maybe they're a little afraid to do that. So that's maybe a little insight into maybe why somebody hasn't contacted you, or why you aren't contacting somebody. But it may be, there's probably an element of that. So if you're asking that question, why has somebody not contacted me, then that's the reason. But I think you may know that already. You may sort of suspect that already, but that is the reason if you're asking that question. So that's why. What else for Leo? It was my fault, but I blamed you. So that could be also another reason why somebody's afraid of contacting you, because they kind of know that they screwed up a bit, but they kind of blamed you for things. Or it could be that there's a bit of both, and they don't really know what to say about it. It's usually the case, isn't it, when people sort of lose contact. There's always two sides to everything, and there's always some amount of blame from one side and the other, and there's usually like two sides to everything. It's always difficult. You and I were too young. Doesn't always resonate, but sometimes it's more like you and I were too immature, or it doesn't necessarily mean that you were too young in years, or maybe it just wasn't the right time for something to have occurred with someone. Maybe it's that. Take that as it resonates with you. What else have we got for Leo? Let's see what the vibe's saying, the vibe cards. What else have we got for Leo at this time? Possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. So I guess you've got to make up your mind of which way you want to go and what kind of things you want to do. So if you've got some dreams, some ambitions, follow them. Yeah, it's decider time, I think. You've got to decide what you want to do in your life and put your whole heart into it if you want to do it. Follow things through, okay? Definitely follow things through. If you've got an idea that you want to do, get on with that. What else for Leo? Masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. Maybe there's somebody around you that that is quite masculine that you want to contact, or maybe there's somebody around you that you want to work with who's quite a masculine figure. Maybe that's something to do with the dreams that you have and the ambitions that you have. Maybe you want to contact somebody. Maybe you're working with somebody who's masculine. That could be a pointer towards them to get on with it. So for some reason, the masculine energy seems quite important because the guides have brought that card up. And what else for Leo? What else for Leo? I want to come out. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. So cutting ties seems to be important. Freedom, standing up, awaken. So it speaks for itself, really. If there's somebody you need to cut ties with completely, I guess it's a good time to do that. Having freedom to go off and do your own things, having freedom to sort your own head out, sort your own life out, I guess. It's just encouraging freedom. It's encouraging sort of independence to some degree. So maybe there's an element of that as well. What else have we got for Leo? I'm getting the 28th of May as a date for some reason. You might want to... Oh, these flew out as well. I get the 28th of May. I'd say write that down. It could be important. Right, you've got trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. Oh, trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. So always trust yourself, but only trust people who've earned it. That's how I read that, okay? So basically rely on yourself and not others. That's what I feel that's saying more than anything. You need to trust yourself and rely on yourself at the moment more than anything. Or learn to trust yourself, learn to rely on yourself, okay? Bet on yourself, take chances, reach your dreams, you've got this. So take chances with your dreams and goals. You know, if you have got an idea in mind, something that you want to start, a project, an ambition, again, it's saying go for it, reach for your goals, do it. So there's something that you're wanting to start or wanting to do, it's saying go for it. So it seems to be the same old theme at the moment. It's, you know, I've used several packs there and we're getting the same the same old theme, the same idea coming out. It's like rely on yourself, freedom, independence, and go for your ambitions and goals. Go for it. So we're getting the same message. And that's, you know, that is a sure sign that your guides are urging you to do these things. What else for Leo? Resilient. You are resilient. You might not feel it at times, but you are. So, and if you're not feeling resilient, maybe sort of build up resilience. Look at resilience building exercises on Google, on YouTube. There are plenty out there. So build up resilience if you don't feel you've got it, but they're saying that you have it and you can be very resilient when you need to be. Okay, so that's a sign from your guides. That's what you need to be looking at. What else for Leo? Adventurous. This is what I was saying earlier about getting out. Use your intuition about getting out and doing new things. You need to get out there and do some new things. Maybe new people, new things. There's something out there for you. And I do think there's a new person out there for you, but I do think you need to sort of find new avenues, new places to go, new things to do. There's just something about it. And I think doors will open when you start doing different things. Doors will open, new crowds will appear, new faces will appear. And that's where I think this new person is for you. That's the feeling I get strongly. I really do. So, yeah, Look out for this. Look out for it. I just want one more. Really want one more for Leo. Come on. Let's have a good one for Leo. Brave. Be brave. So bravery is important at the moment. Like I said, you might feel like you just want to curl up in a nest at home. Fine. That's absolutely fine. But then dip your toe out, you know, get out and be brave, because at some point you have to sort of, you know, get out of that nest and step into the world and follow your ambitions, build up your resilience, put the bravery mask on and get out there and meet these new people and have these adventures, because there's a lovely man waiting out there for you, or a lovely woman, or whatever. There's no gender really. There's a lovely person out there waiting for you, and a better life as well. That's what I have for Leo. Let's speak soon. Take care.